Hey guys, Crusnik with more Final Fantasy 14. Sorry, I'm forgetting. Give me a sec to close the party up because I totally forgot I had it. There we go, much better. Alright, so when we left off, we got invited to a huge party. So we're gonna go to it. I am going to change into some different clothing though. I don't think I have enough gil for it. I just want to quickly see if I have enough for it. Purchase novelty gear. Let's see. Nope, I don't have enough for any of this shit. So, I guess I'm just going to have to peruse the armory chest for something somewhat decent. There we go. That looks fairly decent. So, we're going to head back to the quicksand because we're about to attend a huge party. And a huge cutscene too, so. I did realize with the last 3 videos that they ran a little bit longer and I had to edit a lot of footage so that it could fit the 2-hour time frame. So I'm going to be cutting back a lot on live streams and videos, so anyway.
This is it, Bayan. Your big debut in Ul'dahn High Society. The banquet is being held in the Fragrant Chamber. Head over to the Royal Promenade and Bartholomew will show you in. Oh, but be sure to put on your earrings first, or I'll send you packing. Right, well, I reckon that's everything. Try not to let all the pomp and ceremony get to you. Just be yourself and you'll be fine.
Alright, do I have Voice of the Just on? Yes, I do. So, we're going to jump the steps and head over to the Chamber of Rule. In fact, during the time of, so like I said, there's a lot of stuff I had to edit with the last 3 live stream videos. So, right now I'm actually, converting the second video as we speak, the one with Lady Cassandra, and the one for Bayan's third video is processing as we speak. Well, at the time of this video, so we're gonna get right to it. Hello, Bartholomew. A banquet hosted by Her Grace the Sultana is due to begin shortly. Attendance is by invitation only. Please make way for arriving guests. We are honored to receive you, my lord. Please, proceed inside. Alright. There's me and Papa Shan hanging out.
All hail the Sultana. Your Grace.
Reborn. By right of the Royal House of Ul, I, Nanimo, 17th of my line, have summoned you here. We are graced this day by the presence of a hero to Ul'dahn and dear friend to the crown. Honored guests, I give you our champion!
Really didn't do much of anything.
And with that, I bid you enjoy the feast.
Not to spoil your appetite, but Ul'dahn is hardly so bountiful as this meal would have you believe. While we gorge ourselves, children starve in the streets. Nor can her grace do aught to help them. She is thwarted at every turn by those on the Syndicate who derive their wealth from the workers' poverty. Beneath her mask of stately serenity, she is aghast at the plight of her subjects. But there will be no hope for the masses until the crown is restored to power. I am truly grateful for all you have done for Ul'dahn. But there is so much more to do. That light, what is it? So bright, almost like by the 12. Tell me true, have you been troubled by strange dreams of late? Visions of the crystal? Mayhap you put them down to an excess of ether?
Oh, there was that one time.
You are like they were. Allow me to explain. Before you came to Eorzea, there were others like you who fought the Primals. Though they were not of this land, when the Guardian Empire threatened the realm, they helped bring together the 3 grand companies. And they stood with us at Cartano, that fateful day 5 years ago. The day we lost them. None who survived have forgotten the hero's sacrifice. Nor would any man deny they fought alongside us. But the names of these heroes come not to our lips. The once familiar pages of their story are now blank to us. And in our mind's eye, their faces are naught but silhouettes amid a blinding glare. It is for this reason that we have come to call them the Warriors of Light.
Everybody's talking about the Warriors
When I
of
look
Light.
at you,
Jesus Christ.
I cannot help but think of them, and of what you might achieve. You must protect that crystal at all costs. It is a gift from Ul'dahn, Mother of All, and one she gave to you for a reason. Yours is no ordinary tale. If I am right, the fate of the realm may yet hang upon your deeds. Only heroes and martyrs are fit to bear such a burden. Let us pray you are the former.
And time for another flashback. Gods, all these flashbacks in the beginning of the game just piss me right the fuck off. The ruins of Cartano, ladies and gentlemen.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold! Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it cost them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
And look at that in the background.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Yeah, it ain't nothing now, but later it'll be fucking something.
The barrier won't go down so easily. Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. God preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me!
And they had to use the Metal Gear Solid reference.
Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Why is it always the forest that frickin'... Why is she always the voice of wisdom?
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link shells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
And that's all we get to see. At least, after this. I have no idea what the Asians are using for their freaking translations here.
Immerat way. Kiss Kartogads Wadorns. Seize Nigem. Fistun the only Lamra Satai Dorn.
Kinda wish there were more voiceovers in this game. And look at us back in here.
How you feeling, Bayan? They said you fainted in the middle of the general stores. I had to have you carried back to the hourglass. I reckon you made quite an impression on your fellow guests, though probably not the sort you intended. You sure you're getting enough rest, Bayan? The life of an adventurer can be pretty taxing. Annie, Lord, I'm glad to see you're back to normal. No offense, but looking after you was getting a bit tiresome. Oh, before I forget, the General left a message for you. Said that when you're feeling up to it, you should come and see him at the Hall of Flames. Probably wants to finish the story I was telling you when you fell asleep.
No, he wants us to do something else. Alright. In the meantime, we are going to switch back to our main gladiator crap. There he is. I've been waiting for you, Bayan. I trust you are fully recovered. Good, because there is much work to be done. Work that I would have you do. Listen well, Bayan. This will take some time to explain. I prepared these letters for my counterparts in the Eosian Alliance. "5 years ago we looked on, powerless, as our brothers and sisters were taken from us at Cartano, first by the Garleans, then by the thrice damned primal called forth by their treachery. Not a day goes by that I do not think of my fallen comrades, and of the warriors of light, of whom no trace remained. The tragedies of the calamity are not so easily forgotten, nor should they be. In remembering all we've lost, we're reminded of what we still have. And so I mean to mark the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartano with a memorial service honoring the fallen. It is my hope that my counterparts in the Alliance will agree to do the same. And I would have you bear my words to them as my personal envoy. Why you? Because your deeds mark you out as the nearest thing I have to a warrior of light. I can think of none more worthy of the role. The question is, will you accept it? Of course I will. Then it is agreed. You will journey to Gridania and Ninsula Minsa as my official representative. Now that's a great many moms to travel, but I've neither the time nor the patience to wait around while you do it on foot. I hereby grant you permission to use the airship routes connecting the 3 city-states. This pass serves as proof of your privilege. Gone are the days when airship travel was available to all. The ever-present threat of Imperial attack has forced us to impose dramatic restrictions out of concern for public safety. These passes are only granted when circumstance demands it, as in this case. Though there were others who insisted you be granted one regardless. Aye, Bayan. I am not alone in seeing it. Your potential is plain. But I have said enough. In the name of the Sultana, I bid you go forth. See for yourself the wonders of the realm for which the warriors of life risk all. Rise to your calling and fulfill your promise. And should your path be barred by man or beast, strike fast and true, for victory belongs to the bold. Now go, Bayan, and heed the crystal's guidance should you ever lose your way. Well, guess I'll speak with the... each of the leaders.
Ah, back from your meeting with Reborn, are you? What did the big man have to say? Is that a fact? Personal envoy of the Flame General himself. So you'll be bearing the great man's words to the leader of the Alliance, will you? And by airship. Bugger me, that's an honor and a half, that is. But I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. I'm proud of you, Bayan. Truly I am. Now, I dare say Reborn told you this, but not many people get to go on airships these days. In fact, most folk go to their graves having never once seen Eorzea from above. Poor buggers shuffle off to meet Thal, having never known the blues of Limsa shimmering seas, or the myriad greens of leafy Gridania. But not you, Bayan. You'll see those sights and more, and everywhere you go you'll find fascinating folk with fascinating tales to tell. The people you meet, the places you go, savor those experiences, for they are priceless all. Saying that, it'd be remiss of me if I didn't remind you to be careful out there. Ul'dahn ain't the only place beset by troubles, as you'll discover when you visit Limsa and Gridania. Truth be told, that might well be exactly what the General wants you to realize. I think he knows what kind of man you are, Bayan. And what kind's that, you ask? Why, the kind that can't resist sticking his nose into other people's business, of course. And don't you ever go changing. Safe travels, Bayan. I'll see you when you get back.
Alright, let's say goodbye to this shithole of a city for right now.
Greetings, sir. This is the reservation counter for passengers traveling to Limsa and Minsa. If I'm not mistaken, you're the Flame General's envoy, Bayan Oronia, yes? Highwind Skyways is at your service. Will you be flying with us today?
Of course I will. Alright, let's do this shit. You know what? Before I do, yes, I want to leave the landing area because I totally forgot to do something. You know what? I'm gonna stop it here, cause you know, it'd be easier to just do this quest another time. You know what? I'm gonna end the. In fact, yeah, I'm supposed to go to the airship, but I'm gonna cut it off until after the I'm gonna cut it off until after the because I'm gonna do a few things and get some things done. But we'll return in a bit. I'll return next video. Crusnik out. I'm trying to get everything done quick before I go to bed. I'm not really tired yet, so. We're gonna start by doing our level 15 gladiator quest, seeing as how, I mean, we still have to board the airship, but I totally forgot. So we're not gonna be able to go back. Well, at least not for a little while. We're gonna do our level 15 gladiator quest right now.
Hail, Bayan. You've come in at a good time. I have another task I wish to assign you. The Immortal Flames and the Brass Blades have both requested the Guild's assistance in maintaining security at Camp Drybone, a vital outpost along the Royal Ul'dahn Stoneway. The Amalja have been raiding caravans with reckless abandon, creating a significant disruption in trade. Ul'dahn has a long troubled history with the Amalja, so raids are not unheard of. However, this recent escalation must be addressed. Go to Camp Drybone and search for these raiders, Bayan. I've already dispatched other gladiators to patrol the region, so I suggest you speak with one for more information.
Great. A new location where we gotta go. That's East Fanland, which means we've gotta go Central Fanland. Okay. In retrospect, I shouldn't have done that part. I'll take the Gate of Nald in. This one I've got to run to, so... Thankfully, I know all the shortcuts. I wish I had my mount, but I wonder who's online. from Uranus. We're just gonna cut through this. And now we've got mapping around Eastern Thanalan. So our first thing to do is tune to the 8th right here, because I know we'll need it later. As well as talk to the Chocobo Porter, which I just missed. But you know what, I'll do that another time. We're gonna hightail it to this quest so that we can get it done. There it is. Oh fuck, where are they? There they are. Take care of that. Alright, that works.
Alright. I knew it was right to send you, Bayan. You've done us proud.
7 hells. This place reeks of sweat. How do you expect a man to concentrate on his swordplay like this? Aldous! You remember me? How goes it, brother? Still waving your sword around like a feather duster?
You.
Good to see you too, Malia, my dear. You're more beautiful than I remember.
You're alive? Where have you been all these years? Answer me!
Me? Well, if you must know, I'm on a spiritual journey of self-discovery.
Damn it, all this isn't serious! We all thought you were dead. And for you to walk in here as though nothing ever happened? Have you forgotten how you dishonored us? I should cut you down where you stand.
Oh, there's the Malia I remember, all fire and brimstone. Who knew that pretty face could still contort itself into terrifying shapes? Ah, don't pout, girl, I'm just having fun. But, as you wish, I'll go. Bayan, was it? Why don't you join me at the quicksand? I could use some company, and I doubt anyone else here would be so kind. Well, what does he want me to do? Whoops. I keep doing that. Derp moments. Oh, you came? Sorry you had to witness that little reunion between me and Mylia. The sword of Nod back from the dead. You'd think I'd be greeted by throngs of adoring fans, not threats of violence. Listen, Bayan. You're good with a sword, that's plain to see. But more than that, you've got purpose. There's a fire burning within you. As a former man of conviction, I can recognize a kindred spirit. Geralt named her Friendly. She's one of a magnificent pair of swords that the drunken prodigy forged for Colosseum champions. The man who wielded her twin had eyes that burned like yours. Bayan, The hells? And hell breaks loose. Aldous, Sword of Nod, we've come for your head. If you do that, then how the hell am I supposed to enjoy my ale? Arrogant fool, prepare to meet your maker. Well, ain't you a bunch of impatient, humorous fellas? Up for a bit of fun, Bayan. I'll lead, you follow. Watch closely now, Bayan. I'll show you how a Colosseum champion fights. That's all you've got. Try to keep up, boys. Victims are all yours, Bayan. Aye, that's a spot that I crave. Watch the eyes, Bayan, not the hand. Didn't think he'd go so far as to send a gang of sellswords into the quicksand in broad daylight. Why is it never a bevy of beauties? Let's continue this another time, shall we? Need to find a new place to drink. One with more attractive company than this sorry lot. Oh, I have more report to Malia.
My apologies, Bayan. I meant to teach you a new technique earlier, but when that idiot arrived, I'd completely forgot. He's just so infuriating. The shield lob technique will allow you to attack from afar without the need for ranged weaponry. Century gladiators are primarily close-range fighters. The ability to draw the attention of distant enemies is a valuable asset. May it serve you well in the field, Bayan.
Well, I guess that works. Ugh. Alright. Alright. I will be back in a few to, because I'm gonna do something right quick, and I will be back. We'll meet back at the airship landing. Okay, we're back with the storyline. While I was gone, I grabbed some new armor thanks to the Smith and the Novice Network. But time to get on out of here. I'm very tired, so this will be the last video of the night. Well, last part of the video of the night. Attention all passengers. The airship bound for Linsula Minsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. And we're off.
When we first met beneath the Sultan tree, I sensed there was something unusual about him. I wonder if they will feel the same. Godspeed, Bayan. Godspeed. If I'm right, they'll be singing your praises from here to Far Reach before long. May you always walk in the light of the crystal.
Meanwhile,
bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Agrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worlds, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign. And a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Ul'dahn, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume?
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
We'll see. And we're here. I'm still a Minsa. Alright.
The Admiral's been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to the crow's nest at your earliest convenience. We will take you to Bull or call. Once there, pray, speak with his sentinel. He'll be pleased to show you into the Admiral's command room on the bridge.
Greetings, sir, and welcome to our fair city. If you will permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We cannot afford to be complacent, you understand. Please, step this way.
Enter. So the silver-tongued merchants send an adventurer to speak for them. It appears the Ul'dahns place great faith in you. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limso Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from Thanalan?
A memorial service to honor the fallen. Seven hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Gaulian Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was in answer to the Imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans. The Meteor Project. Legatus Nael Vandonus, Hell's Take Him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon Dalamud from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to the Cardinal Flats and there met with the 7th Imperial Legion on battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano, and I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not one ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare. A dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut, bent on making an 8th hell of Eorzea. In the space of breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I sealed myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louisoix still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nation struggled to recover from the devastation, the beast men called forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all. We need champions to replace those we have lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, and none will save us, save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea. And this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. Aye, Ul'dahn has the right of it. I accept his proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Flame General receives my reply. You'll travel next to Gridania, yes? Pray, give my regards to the Elder Seedseer. Oh, and tell her the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest, and one in poor taste. But I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Bayan. May the Navigator guide you on your journey. Alright, off to Gridania. I'll tune the Aetherites later. I just want to get through this so I can go to bed. Alright, we're off. And here we are at Gridania. Alright, let's see. Greetings, good sir. You are the Ul'dahn Envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray, make your way to the city proper, and identify yourself to the Conjurer at Nothraga's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seedseer awaits. You're the Ul'dahn envoy. Begging your pardon, sir. Might I inspect the missive you bear? Verily, this is the seal of the Supreme Commander of the Immortal Flames. Please, come with me.
So you are the Ul'dahn Envoy. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Britannia, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Flame General.
A remembrance service for the fallen of Cartano. Pray, tell me, adventurer, what do you know of our conflict with the Empire? It was seen my counterparts recounted the tale in some detail. That is well. A message from the Admiral? A wolf has been sniffing around her stables, you say? I see. Well, I shall be pleased to provide her with such counsel as I am able. But first, friend of my friend, I would tell you more of the Garlean threats. For the greater part of its history, Garlemald was not even among the most influential nations in Isambard, the northern continent. However, its innovations in the field of magitech some 50 years past helped to raise it from the depths of obscurity. Emboldened by this technology, it set about subjugating its neighbors, swiftly absorbing each into its ever-expanding territory. And when all of Isambard lay within its grasp, it turned its ravenous gaze upon Eorzea. Yet Garlemald's transformation did not come about by the virtue of magitech alone. Its success owed much to the consummate leadership of its first and reigning emperor, Solus Zos Galvus, the man who built an empire in his own lifetime. Yet he has lived long, and after more than 80 winters, it is said he grows frail and ever more prone to illness. If rumors are to believe, the matter of succession has destabilized the imperial court. This would explain the Empire's relative inactivity in recent years, which has granted us much needed time to rebuild. Yet we cannot allow ourselves to become complacent, for Garlemald still maintains a presence in Eorzea, in the form of the 14th Imperial Legion. Commanding this great host is Legatus Gaius von Belsar, a man whose ambitions are well known to us. So long as he breathes Eorzean air, none of us may sleep easy. The calamity wreaked much distraction upon the realm, that it has been all we could do to nurse our wounds, never mind rebuild our defenses. Simply put, we have not the strength to repel the Empire. To add to our woes, the base tribes continue to summon their primals, whose very existence is a bane upon the land. Each nation is beset with its own primal problem. No one has the resources to look beyond its own borders. The Admiral desires my counsel regarding the brazen wolf. She means to tell me that the Empire may soon resume its advance. Though the primals pose an undeniable threat to our survival, the threat posed by the Garleans is greater still. Clearly, each nation can no longer afford to think only of that which occurs within its own borders. A storm gathers upon the horizon. If we are to weather it, we must needs stand united once more. Our remembrance servants may help to rekindle the spirit of unity which brought the peoples of Eorzea together when the last empire threatened our liberty. The Flame General was wise to make this proposal, and I wholeheartedly approve of it. The necessary provisions shall be made for service here in Gridania. Your work here is done, my friend. I shall send my reply to the Flame General forthwith. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safely home.
And I may now make use of the airship roads connecting the three nations. Before you may board an airship, you must play the requisite fare and guild. Well, out of Ul'dahn. Let's see, what's the next one? Alright. So, we're gonna save it here tonight. And when we return, we shall run around as, Lady Cassandra. See you next time. Crusnik, out.